subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video. Welcome to Courts This Week, and it's time to take you through legal developments during the third week of May 2020. Let's first look into the most important developments of Supreme Court. In the said case, Top Court rejected Arnab Goswami's plea for transfer of probe of case registered by Mumbai Police to the CBI for alleged communal remarks as well as his prayer for quashing of FIR. This FIR had been lodged at the instance of Irfan Abu Bakr Sheikh, who is the secretary of Raza Educational Welfare Society, alleging that his channel communalized the incident of large gathering of migrants. Court noted that there could be no quashing of FIR under Article 32, and Goswami had the liberty to pursue remedy before the competent court. Bench made same notable observations while passing a judgment running into over 50 pages. On the issue of numerous FIR filed against the Goswami, court stated that to allow a journalist be subjected to multiple complaints and to pursue the remedies traversing multiple states and jurisdictions bearing the same foundations has a stiffening effect over the exercise of his freedom of speech. In Vizag gas leak case, SC refused to issue notice on a plea filed by LG Polymers against the order of National Green Tribunal. The NGT had directed the South Korean company to pay Rs 50 crores and had also constituted a monitoring committee to look into this issue. LG Polymers stated that it had in fact deposited the amount. Court took note of this and gave liberty to LG Polymers to raise various concerns on legalities and jurisdiction before the National Green Tribunal itself on the next date of hearing, which is June 1st. The three-judge bench of Supreme Court issued notice on PIL seeking ban on usage of Zoom software application by the Indian public until the formulation of an appropriate legislation. The plea contains that Zoom possesses a threat to privacy of individuals using it and also breaches the cyber security law. Supreme Court issues notice to the Union of India, High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and the Central Administrative Tribunal bench at Chandigarh in a writ petition seeking establishment of permanent bench of the Central Administrative Tribunal at Jammu and Kashmir. After the change of status of Jammu and Kashmir from a state to union territory, all the employees of the region have now become central government employees, and their service matters are required to be heard by the Central Administrative Tribunal. An official notification had conferred this jurisdiction to the Chandigarh bench of Central Administrative Tribunal, and the High Court of Jammu and Kashmir also started identifying these cases to be transferred. In the above case, Supreme Court adjourns hearing of the plea challenging the election of Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Varanasi in the 2019 general elections, after receiving a letter of adjournment from the petitioner's lawyer. The petition was filed by the former BSF Jawan Tej Bahadur Yadav challenging the Allahabad High Court order passed on December 16, 2019, wherein the court had dismissed the election petition of Yadav on grounds of locus standi. In this case, the Supreme Court took up for hearing a petition filed by Consulate General of Iran for ill treatment of Iranian inmates in NDPS Act case. Bench disposed of the petition granting liberty through the petitioners to approach the Madras High Court instead. Supreme Court issued a notice on a batch petition challenging the constitutional validity of Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 and tagged them along with 160 pending petitions. It was the first time that CAA petition challenging aspect of the act constitutionality were listed since the imposition of coronavirus induced time. In a judgment of Kavita Kumar, Supreme Court has observed that an unfair disposition of property or an unjust exclusion of the legal heirs, particularly the dependents, is regarded as a suspicious circumstance. Court noted that the relevant consideration would be above the quality and the nature of factors which would then have a cumulative effect and impact on making the will with free agency of testators. To constitute a civil contempt, it must be established that the disobedience is willful, deliberate, and it's done with full knowledge of consequences. Supreme Court noted that wherein it declined to initiate its civil contempt proceeding against the Food Corporation of India, observing that the alleged disobedience was neither willful nor deliberate. Now we move further to the High Court and other courts. In the said judgment, Telangana High Court held that a medical emergency is not an excuse to trample on the fundamental rights of citizens under Article 21. The court quashed the government order which compelled citizens to get testing for COVID-19 from designated government hospitals and prevented them from approaching private hospitals and laboratories for such purpose, even though they have requisite approvals of the government. In the said case, nothing that the state should not be impulsive, like an ordinary citizen, in defamation matters and invoke Section 199, subsection 2 of CRPC to throttle democracy. The Madras High Court quashed criminal complaints filed against a group of editors and journalists. The complaints were lodged in 2012 alleging criminal defamation against state over a few reporters against the Jayalalitha, the then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Maharashtra Police filed 2 reports in a sealed cover before the Bombay High Court with regard to investigation in the Palghar mob lynching incident that led to the death of 2 sadhus. The court was hearing a batch of 3 separate PIL clubbed together seeking transfer of probe into the Palghar mob lynching incident. Court also noted that a similar plea seeking transfer of investigation had also been heard by Supreme Court and the order is received therein. Rajasthan High Court ordered in a suo motu case that an accused person must be remanded accused to the custody only after if tested negative for COVID-19. The direction passed in suo motu case registered on the basis of a new report of May 16 that an approximately 55 petitioners were convicted, as well as under trials at Jaipur District Jail were detected corona positive. Allahabad High Court asked the state government to provide details of facilities being provided to the labourers and workers who are walking miles to reach their native places in the states of UP. A report is also caught on the status of workers and labourers who are stranded in the state. The court passed this direction while hearing a plea seeking directions to safeguard rights of workers during the lockdown. The Bombay High Court held if officers stumble upon contraband during income tax search, it does not amount to seizure under NDPS Act. The bench refused to leave to Anant Vardhan Pathak, resident of Yash Birla Group, in a criminal revision application filed by 25-year-old Pathak, who is arrested by the officer of Income Tax Department, found 4.5 grams of cocaine in his possession at a five-star hotel in Mumbai 6 years ago. Delhi High Court directed the UP government to provide a weekly e-pass to lawyers living in NCR region in order to enable them to move in and out of Delhi. The order came in light of a PIL filed by the Delhi High Court Bar Association seeking a direction to Haryana and UP government for allowing lawyers living in NCR region to freely move in and out of Delhi. In the above writ petition, Karnataka High Court slammed the government for not providing information about number of guests for Nikhil Kumaraswamy's wedding. Nikhil, son of former CM H. Kumaraswamy, had a wedding ceremony amidst lockdown. Delhi High Court issued a notice in a plea seeking removal of fake news and hate speech of social media platforms through designated officers of various intermediaries, highlighting the boys' locker room incident and with an intention of promoting the interest of children on social media. The applicant had highlighted that the unlawful nature of illegal groups in this plea, which are not legally removed by social media platforms, is only for their huge business profits. In the above case, Delhi High Court directed the state to file a status report within 1 week in a bail application filed by Shahrukh Pathan. The crime branch of Delhi police had arrested Pathan, pointing a pistol at a policeman and opened fire during Delhi riots. He is currently in judicial custody. Thank you for watching this episode. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.